So I don't know what to call this one. Maybe the struggle will be worth it one day. I had a man hit me up on Instagram. He was asking about some advice to do with doing an electrical installation course. He was asking me my opinion on doing a fast track course, telling me that he can become an electrician in under a year or something like that. I had to completely shut him down right then and there. There are no shortcuts to success. Man, I had to scream that mantra for the 100,000th time. Yeah, there's companies out here, they offer these short courses. Become an electrician within a year and that. And there's some lazy people out here who want to go the quick route, want to cut corners, they'll do that course. Yeah, go and do it and see what's going to happen. Yeah, after a year or 8 months or whatever, you're going to become a fully qualified electrician on paper. Then you're going to go and apply for a job, probably get the job. Do you know what's going to happen? You're going to get fired within your first 2 weeks on your probation period. You know why? Because anyone can go and complete the theory and answer these questions correctly and memorize a book and that. But can you do the real thing? Can you do that practical job? Have you got on-site experience? Anyone can complete a theory test and all this. You know how many people out here who can do the theory test, they got their theory qualification, but they can't drive. It's the same thing. A lot of people can complete the exams and that, but can they go out and do the job for real? And the only way you're going to be able to do the job for real is if you're studying for long enough and you get an apprenticeship with that. The two go hand in hand. But no, apprenticeship's hard to get and I don't want to work for some shit wage. So you know what? I'm going to do the easy route. I'm going to go the easy route. I'm going to try and become an electrician within a year. Blood, it takes you about 2.5, 3 years to become an electrician. And you need to be doing an apprenticeship as well. But the problem is, everyone wants to cut corners. It's not just people who want to become electricians. It's people all walks of life. You cannot expect overnight success. Stop looking for quick results. You know how many man I know? 40 years old. Oh, Jay, you know what? Yeah. I started that electrical course, when I was 16, 17. And they dropped out. You know where they are now? Man are driving lorries. Man are working for Sky. Man are working for DPD. And on top of that, they're living in their gal's yard or their mother's yard. I don't know what's worse. They're going to set themselves up. Because them man are lazy. They rather work some little shit job, working for Virgin or Sky, shadowing a man for 6 months, do them little run-ins on the side, them little fraud, do them little nonsense and that on the side. Instead of, you know what, make some sacrifice. Blah, you're going to take some sacrifice. Yeah, you're going to be working a shit wage. At first, when you become an apprentice, you're going to be working a shit wage. I was working for like £5 an hour. Man was on like 37 or 35 pound a day or some madness like that at first. 2 years later, I'm on over 100 a day. A few years after that, I'm all making 250 a day. And you know what? I did want to drop out as well, I did want to drop out during my apprenticeship as well. But you know what? I stuck at it. Now I got this yard, I got a yard around the corner, I got a property in Egypt, all because I stuck at my apprenticeship. And I did drop out of college as well, I dropped out during my level 3, but I went back to it. If I never went back to it, I wouldn't be in this position. If I dropped out of my apprenticeship, I wouldn't be in this position. You gotta make sacrifice. The money is gonna be shit. The money is gonna be shit. Furthermore, you know what? When you're on the right path, during your 20s, when you're on the right path, and you're not doing no little foolishness on the side, no fraud, no little weed selling, none of that. When you're in your 20s and you're on the right path and you're on a legit thing, life is dead. Life is dead during your 20s. If you ain't running up no credit card debt because you're leasing this car and going on this holiday, that holiday, life is dead when you're in your 20s. But if you make that sacrifice during your 20s, you will set yourself up for when you're in your 30s. You see, right now, me, you think I need to work like that? I could just take 6 months off work. I'll be cool. It's been done. You see, you see, for the whole world, I feel bad even saying this. Well, I do, but I don't. You see, during 2020, that was the worst year for everybody. Most people walking around on planet Earth. You see, 2020, that was my best fucking year ever. You know why? Because I just sat at home and done jack shit. I relaxed. Right, I was working on my book, doing my usual thing. I was keeping myself busy, but I did not have to work for the whole entire fucking year. I got fired from my workplace in January 25th, 2020. Yeah, so the 25th of January 2020, I got fired. I never went back into employment until January the 11th, 2021. The whole year. Relaxing. While the world is in complete turmoil. You know why? Because the majority of the people in the world, they don't make sacrifice. What did I do before the pandemic? Not that I knew there was a pandemic, because I ain't got no third fucking eye. I saved my money. I made sacrifice. Key word in this fucking video. Sacrifice. When you go through struggles and you go through shit and you make sacrifice, one day you can live comfortably. That's the ultimate aim, you know, to live comfortably. I want to live comfortably. And right now I'm comfortable, but I want to be more comfortable. But you know what? In order to be more comfortable, I still need to make more sacrifice. I need to take more risks. I made sacrifice at the last major workplace I was at. Working there for 4.5 months straight, every fucking day, saving money. When most people, they'll be going out splashing money and doing all this nonsense and that. No, I made sacrifice to save more money and I was able to relax for a whole year. Not a care in the world. Didn't give a fuck. I was in a position where, you know what? Let me try a new business. Even in that time, even during, imagine a man didn't work for a whole year and I bought a property in that time. Who the fuck does that? That's the power of sacrifice, you know. That's the power of saving your money. If you want to be successful at any level, you have to make sacrifice. All your favourite footballers, all your legends, Thierry Henry and that. You think when them man there was coming up, you think them man there was out partying all night with their brethren? Checking this guy, checking that guy? No. No. When you're making sacrifice, them things they gotta stop. Man like Thierry Henry and all the, even your favourite rappers and that, yeah, basketball players, whoever. They'll be at their brethren's yard. They're all having fun and that. 6 man deep. The man will stand up. Brothers, I gotta love you and leave you. Yeah? I gotta go home, I gotta do this tomorrow, and I need to get some rest. Blood, it's only 8 o'clock. Like, it's only 8 o'clock now, and brother, we're looking to go out and party. I'm gonna have to leave you lot to it, you know. And my man will disappear, whatever, and then man will be laughing, like, oh, my man has to go to bed at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or whatever, innit? Oh, like, doing all this, doing that. You see the man there that laugh at man that have to make sacrifice and that? Guarantee you, see the man there? They're not doing as well as that brother there. Yeah? My man's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah? My man's sitting on top of X amount of millions. Probably got property all over the place. So wealthy that his great-great-grandchildren could be living off his wealth because of that sacrifice. Gotta be done. Gotta be done. Any young people right now in their 20s and that, trust me, if you're on a legit thing and you're in your 20s, life is gonna be shit. If you're living humbly, which you have to live humbly in your 20s. That don't mean you don't go out and party here and there. That don't mean you don't take a holiday here and there. But you have to live humbly and you have to make sacrifice. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be shit for a few years, but it will get better. It will get better. If you don't want to ride it out, then go ahead. Go and work in William Hill, go and work in Asda, go and work for BT and get your little money in that. You got nothing to show for it in your future. You're gonna be like these pensioners that I go to all pensioners' houses and that, and they tell me like, oh, I can't switch on my fireplace. So like in these kind of old style houses, they still got fireplaces, but what they've done is converted them and made them electric. So there's no more this coal burning through the chimney and all that. No. But they got these electric fireplaces. They said that fireplace hasn't been turned on for 5 years. And I say, why is it? It's too expensive. These people are so poor. These pensioners are so poor that they can't even turn on their fireplace because they're going to kill their electric. And for a solid 35 to 40 years, they had a healthy body, healthy brain. But you know what they did? They decided to coast along through life. Working Asda, Sainsbury's. Do this like an idiot job and then feel entitled to 4 or 5 holidays a year, or even that one day, that one holiday a year. No. I'm not interested. Me personally, I'm not interested in going on holidays. You know why? Because I'll be so successful one day, every day gonna be like a holiday. I don't care about celebrating my birthday. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about that shit. One day, every day gonna be like my birthday. It's gonna take some sacrifice. It might take 10, 15 years. That's cool. You don't want to be like these mediocre people, man. You do not want to be like these mediocre people. Imagine that. Imagine being a pensioner and like some of these lot are worried, you know, when winter's approaching. Boy, I'm going to struggle to heat my home, you know, because I didn't make no sacrifice in my 20s and that. Don't be one of these 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, 28-year-olds driving this nice flashy car. They ain't really got money like that. You know what happens to them men there that are in their 20s driving these nice flashy cars? You see, when they're 30 years old, they're going to be driving some old Vauxhall Zafira with 3 utes in the back, with tomato ketchup on their mouth and raggedy clothes because they're poor. But 6-7 years ago, you was driving the latest BMW. And you know what? Certainly these people who are in their 30s, you know they're still paying off for this BMW that they drove 5-6 years ago that probably don't even exist on the road no more because it's been handed down to 2-3 different people and someone's wrote off the car down the line. So you're in debt for something now that you took out 5-6 years ago that you don't have in the present. That don't make no sense to me. All because man want to stunt in front of man, them and gal and that. So yeah, that's what you can expect out of your 20s. Yeah, like if you're on the right path and you're on a legit thing and you're not doing no little foolishness on the side, your 20s are gonna be shit. You're gonna have to ride it out. A man asks me, oh yeah, I think I'm too old to be an apprentice. Straight away, I shut him down again. You're never too old to make something of your life. Then later on in the conversation, I say, how old are you? I was only 20 years old. Blood, you're only 20 years old. Fam, that's nothing. I met a man, one of my colleagues. Yeah, he's like almost like family car. We have mutual cousins. He's not my cousin, but we got a lot of cousins that are actually, so a man's basically a mutual cousin or whatever, innit? Yeah. My family is his family, but we ain't family. I met a man at my workplace. He started his apprenticeship when he was 29, 30 years old. So you're never too old. My man chatting about, oh yeah, I might be too old. I thought my man was going to say he's like 35 or something like that. Obviously, I knew he's probably younger than me anyway, because he's hitting me up. But still, never too old to make something of your life. You have to make that sacrifice, man. You've got to start today, because you don't want to regret it in the future. All the greatest people that you know, all the famous people that you know, they had to make some sacrifice at some stage, the majority of them. Don't count on being one of these people who are overnight success and just get lucky. Luck don't last forever, you know. Luck does not last forever. Like, and when you're in your 20s as well, one of the hardest things is as well to observe and watch is Man who is the same age as you, or maybe even a little bit older, a little bit younger, whatever, innit? And they're doing their thing. They're driving their flashy cars and that, and they go all the gyalem and that. Check back with them in 15 years. See where they are. They're probably riding 15 years, if you understand what I'm saying. So these men will be in cars and that, and they're moving like they're 15 years ahead of their time. But they'll probably be riding 15 years. If not 6 foot under. Yeah. Told you the time. The 3 options. Yeah, when you go down that road. So either you end up dead, end up in jail, or you come out of jail and you're working a shit job and you end up feeling like, oh, I'm working this shit job as a postman. I'm getting 1,300 a month. I used to make 1,300 over 2 days or even a day. There's certain men that have a line that's making 1,300 a day. And then what happens is they end up relapsing. And they put themselves in a position where they could end up in jail or in a long wooden box, 6 foot under, pushing up daisies. Your favorite rapper, say no names, you don't know what I'm talking about. A man's on some drug charges and that. Apparently he was a millionaire a few years back or whatever, innit, yeah? Hard rapper, I listen to his music. But one day you're going to get caught. One day your luck going to run out. You're going to get caught, blood. So yeah, you're living like you're 10, 15, 30 years ahead of your time. But then you're just going to make up for it in jail. So what was the fucking point? Or are we just trying to have a quick fix? Are we trying to live life fast and that? We're trying to get a quick rush, almost like being like on drugs or something like that. Yeah, quick rush and then you go back down to nothing. Imagine living the high life for like 5 years, living the high life, living like a rich person for 5 years. And then you go back to being broke because you came out of jail and the police are taking everything off you. All right, you might ever come out of jail and still have your stuff, but now you have to be watching your back and that. That's not healthy. That's not what you want to do. But it all starts with sacrifice, man. If you don't want to make sacrifice, then boy, stay broke, innit? Stay wise.